time where we come and talk with you. My name is Daniella Noel. I am a licensed financial professional. We have this show here in Port Charlotte with my good friend Westner and Ricardo, who's taking a leave of absence for now, but he'll be back. We created this show to bring you good news when it comes to finances. Again, we are in the great state of Florida, Port Charlotte. Today we are live in the studio. Came to see my friend. It's a great pleasure to be here with you live in the studio. So a big shout out to Westner for the work that he's doing in the community, providing a resource, providing a space for people like me to come and create a program where we are providing education. I know people may say, okay, we are educated, but education, life is a continuous lessons. You have to be elevating. You have to be continuously learning, because once you think that you know everything, you basically are dying. If you are not learning, you are not growing. So again, as licensed financial professional, I have a background in accounting. I spent 29 years in healthcare, in the finance department in healthcare, and I see fit to come and talk to you guys about how you can elevate, how you can change your life financially with some tips, right? Tips to share with you to help you elevate, grow financially. I am licensed. I live in Florida, but I am licensed in 20 states, and I'm able to work. I am able to provide services to anyone in all 50 states, right? So reach out. I know that some people, when I don't come on, they miss me, but you guys, we need to see your engagement. So I am asking for you guys to engage. And at the end of the show, right, so the first 10 people who comment on Facebook, who reach out to me, I have a free gift for you. I can't tell you what it is. It's a surprise, but it's something that you're gonna love. So I need some engagement from you guys. If the information has been helpful, I need to hear it, right? So I understand, you have different ways of showing love to me, to us, but I want to hear you. I want to make sure that we are bringing information that is useful to you. So what is financial literacy? That doesn't mean that you don't know, you're not educated, but there are certain things that are not taught in school, unfortunately, right? Financial literacy is a manner in which you are able to manage your finances, live a way that is sustainable financially. That's basically what financial literacy is. It's the knowledge of how to manage your money, and that starts with a budget. We talked about that the first time. Do you have a budget? Because if you don't have a budget to calculate what's coming in, what's going out, at the end of the day, you will not be able to live a sustainable life financially. So there are a few pillars, that foundations for a stable financial life, right? Whether you are single, you have a family, you have kids, more so if you have a family, because you want to make sure that, hey, you are able to support your family, not only now, but for generations to come. So if you don't have a handle on your finances, it's going to be hard to provide for your kids and to leave a legacy, right? The elites, when they are planning, financial planning is part of any meeting you're having with your family. You need to have financial meeting. If you're going to, your family is like a business. You cannot start a business without a plan. So you need to have a financial plan. what you can afford, how we're going to sustain our lives. A lot of people are speculating. Hard times are coming, hard days are coming, especially with the upcoming election. We're not doing politics, but we need to be aware how we are affected by things, people, and place and events. And elections is an event that can affect us drastically, whether you're on the left or the right. So you need to know, okay, hey, if something happens from, through the grapevines, things are gonna be hard. So you need to have a plan in place, a plan that starts with a budget. Do you have 2 or 3 months? We advise to have 6 months, a minimum of 6 months emergency funds saved, so that when chaos does happen, you are not affected. So budgeting is a foundation. Savings. If you're not budgeting, you won't be able to save. You have to know what's coming in, what's going out. Is your job enough? Do you need to, hey, go do Uber, do something, get a part-time job? Debt. Be able to manage your debt, whether it's credit card. There are some good debt, bad debts. We're not talking about, debts. We're not really defining debts, but anything that you owe, anything that you have to pay out, right, is a debt. Whether it's a debt that is giving you cash flow, or a debt you flowing cash to somebody else, right? A credit card. Be able to manage your credit card. Be cognizant about the interest that you are being charged. There's a great little word that a lot of people don't understand how it works: compounded interest. You have to understand how compounding interest works. Albert Einstein says, those who know it use it, right? But those who do not know how compounding interest works pays it, right? For example, you have a house, you buy a house, $300,000. Let's say that you keep the mortgage for 30 years, you never make an additional payment. Guess what? At the end of the day, that house ended up costing you over $900,000. So did you really buy that house for $300,000? No, you bought the house for $900,000. So let's go live. We are live. Let me share on my page. Let's go live. Let me share this on my page. I want my followers on Facebook, on my page, to get some of the gems that I am sharing, that we are talking about, because you'll be amazed who's listening, who's watching, right? So I love it when I get those messages. Oh, I saw you, I heard you, I didn't know this, I didn't know that. So keep them coming, because we need them, right? Unfortunately, financial literacy is not part of the curriculum taught in school. I have a background in finance and accounting. There are certain things that I'm learning at my age that should have been taught in school. I would have been so much farther if I understood how compounded interest work, right? Again, if you know how to use it, it's going to benefit you. But if you don't know it, if you don't know how to leverage it, you're going to pay for it. And the greatest way that you're paying for it, right, the simplest way, is through credit card. The average credit card is 24%. If you're just paying the minimum or you don't pay at all, yeah, it is gonna hit you hard, because that interest compounds daily, right? So understand where you stand. If you have debt, have a plan to pay it off, whether doing Lyft, doing Uber, get a second job temporarily, right? Doesn't have to be permanent. Get rid of those high interest bills, high interest debt, credit cards especially. Put a plan in place to get rid of your debt. Then you'll be able to save. Say again, savings, you'll do 6 months, of expenses. In America, it is showing that 85%, probably more now, 85% living in America are living paycheck to paycheck. Most of us are one paycheck away from being homeless. It doesn't have to be that way. You too can change the trajectory of your finances by learning how to budget, manage your debt, savings, right? So after you start savings, then you can start investing. A lot of us are doing it backwards. We want to invest, whether it's in crypto, real estate. We don't have enough, but we are investing. So the pillars are budgeting, debt management, savings, investing, and protection. So when you have cash flow, when you are saving, you're able to invest, and you are able to protect your family. Many people are just living day to day. You don't have plans. We cannot live like that anymore. We come here to make a footprint. We need to leave footprint. We need to leave legacy. We need to get a handle on our situation. If you don't, the situation gonna be dire for you when things get chaotic. You have no way out. Again, some of us know those things, but we don't know how to apply them. So the gift that I have for you guys, those who don't know how to budget, don't have a budget, reach out to me and I'll give you a free budget sheet, and I'll give you a free budget course, how to calculate your budget, how to create a budget that you can live off of. So what do we see a lot of times? Since we don't have a budget, we don't know what's coming in, what's going out, we are wasting money unnecessarily. Many times when I sit down with my clients to go over their budget, they say, okay, I don't have money to save. Yes, you do. But you need to sit down, because I know it scares some people to face reality. But if you want to change, again, the trajectory of your family, you have to face the demon. I know. You have to know where you stand financially. And why does that matter? You may say, okay, why I need to be financially literate? Why do I need to have a budget? Again, we are here. A lot of us, like islanders, we left our country, we come here for a better life. Many of us, we not living the American dream, but we are living the American way, which is working 40 hours plus. Now, if you're only working 40 hours, you're not gonna make it unless you are, even some nurses, you'll be amazed. Like, we think, doctors, they are in debt too. Because what? They have the same issues. We just have no plans. They don't budget. The paycheck comes after they pay bills. They splurge with no point, with no plans. So doesn't mean, if you're making 15, 20, that you can't manage. Live below your means. Do what you can with what you have. If you are a good manager of your money, you can live a decent life, right? So we have to manage. Same way you manage your time. Hey, manage your money, manage your family, so that you can live a life stress-free. Because money, a lot of people say, hey, money is evil. No, it's how we use it, right? It's how we see it. Because without money, the world doesn't go round, right? Money makes the world go round. So we need to have money. So when we have it, we have to know how to handle it and get out of the rat race, get out of the American way of living, working 40 hours plus, working 40 years just to have what? Like, live off of your 20% of your income. Gotta do better. There is a better way, right? So again, savings? What do you have for retirement? Some of us say, okay, I'm going to go back to my country. What if you can't? Need to have a plan B. How much are you saving for the second phase of your life, right? The system that is created wants us to work 65 to 70. Again, you don't have to. That's what they tell you to do, but that's not what needs to be done. You take control of your finances. You create the life you want. You put deadlines. People are retiring at 45. You can too. How much are you saving for retirement? What vehicle are you using for that retirement? Do you have something that gives you guarantee? You may say, okay, no, Daniela, the only things that are guaranteed are taxes and death. Yeah, but there are other strategies that can give you guarantees. They may not want you to know about them because you would be living a better life. But that's why people like me who are informed and putting myself in a position to share. So when I come on here, I have nothing to sell you. I have nothing. I have no inventory. I don't have an ebook yet, right? Just sharing information so that we as a community can be elevated, can be transformed. That's what I do, share information, because some of us don't know, right? Like I met with a single parent, a single mom over the weekend. I told her, hey, you can protect your mortgage. What do you mean? Yeah, you have 2 kids. What if you cannot work? Or worst case, you pass. Your kids don't have to become homeless. That's what we see in the community because we don't know how to protect our assets. There are things you can put in place that you should put in place to protect your asset. Protect your mortgage, not your insurance mortgage. That doesn't protect, that protects the bank, not you. Because if you're unable to pay, your family is unable to pay the mortgage, guess what? Regardless, if you pay 20, 25 years, once you are unable to pay, whether it's sickness or death, guess what? The bank will take that mortgage back. They don't care how much money you put into it, right? So they will short sell that quickly and then put your family out. But when you know that you can protect your assets, you can get a simple insurance. Your mortgage is 30 years. You can get a 30-year insurance plan for a mortgage. If you die before, guess what? Your mortgage is paid off. Your family doesn't have to lose all that asset, all that equity that you have built in. There are many reasons that you can lose your house. Unable to pay due to sickness. What do you have to replace your income? Do you know that you can get an insurance plan? Now, I know I said it's a taboo, it's a curse word, insurance. Insurance is not what we've been told or what we've been sold, right? As just like when you get in a car, before you take off, unless you want to get a ticket, you put your seatbelt on. Life insurance is a seatbelt that protects you against chaos, life events. If you get sick, you can protect your income with the right insurance, with the right company. You may say, how is that, Daniela? So let me give you an example. When I first started in the industry, learning how we can protect our income, protect our family, protect your health. I sat down with a single parent she has a 17-year-old son, and she listened. I educated her, I enlightened her, and she said, okay, let me put this in place for my son. Let me put this in place for me. Guess what? A year later, she was diagnosed with kidney failure. Now, it would have killed me had she not listened, had she not heed to the instructions I gave her. She put a plan in place. Guess what? She called me. She says, Daniela, you told me that if I should get sick, I can leverage the strategy you put in place for me. Yes, I told her, let me put a claim for you. She got sick. She didn't have to worry about going to work because her health and her income was protected by having a strategy leveraging life insurance. Many of us think of life insurance as when you die. I am here to tell you no. That is so old for us to think that life insurance is only when you pass, leaving something behind for your family. You don't have to die for someone else to benefit. I always say, you're not Christ. You don't have to die for someone, to be saved, to profit, to benefit from your death. You can leverage life insurance. Again, life insurance is a belt, is a safety belt you put around you to protect you when life happens. If you get sick, you can leverage the right life insurance with the right company. You can leverage it as income replacement. Again, you're not dying. All you need is a diagnosis to leverage the right life insurance, right strategy, right? So when you hear life insurance, death, and we only know of term is not bad. But is it the ideal product? Is it the ideal plan for you? How much security, how long that belt can carry you through? How long can you survive, or can your family survive off of that term? Will it even last till you pass? A lot of us, we are buying term. Yeah, we are hearing the gurus. Buy term, invest the rest. It works for some. It works for some, those who are high income, who are able to save, who are able to build wealth, build cash flow, and able to sustain. If an illness, they have $200,000-$300,000. If you buy a term insurance, do you have $200,000 if you get sick? If you're unable to work? There's a difference between disability insurance and income replacement. The right insurance, right strategy, right company can replace your income 100%. What if you become long-term? You cannot care for yourself. You cannot do 2 of the 6 activity of daily living. Guess what? You can tap into the right insurance. Yes, insurance that you can leverage while you're still living. So I want to ask you, we are great providers. Are you a great provider? Are you a great protector? You can be working and providing for your family, but what happens if you're unable to provide? You can protect yourself with insurance to replace your income, not only when you die. You can leverage it as a savings. Hard times are coming. Elections are coming. Are you worried that your 401k, your retirement plan, your investment plan may crash? Guess what? The insurance institutions, they have a way to save you money. They offer you protection on your money, offer you protection on your retirement plan. Are you aware of that? Are you ready to leverage that? Because who knows what's going to happen to that 401k you have. If you look back, 2008, COVID, the market took a dip. Yes, your financial advisor will tell you it will come back. But has your account come back? And guess what? The fees. Your advisor, whether you make money, they get paid. You lose money, they get paid. So they don't care. Whichever way the market goes, they are getting paid because they are getting paid to manage your money. They don't guarantee making you money. So you need to be wise. What are the fees that you are paying that you don't have to? So again, that all comes down to financial knowledge, financial awareness, financial literacy. Again, what do you have in place? Do you have a plan to save money? Do you have a plan to know how much money coming in, how much going out? Do you have a budget? Do you have a strategy to get out of debt? Do you have a savings plan? then you can look at investment. Because if you are only betting on your job, yes, will help you with your expenses. But for you to build wealth, you need to be investing. And you can start investing on yourself first by getting to know what's available to you. Certain plans used to be only for the elites because they were the only one who were made aware of it. Now, a lot of people like myself who are able to get licensed, who are able to get the knowledge and come on here and sharing with you. Again, retirement. Your 401k that you are sold as your retirement plan was not created as a retirement plan. The guy who created the 401k, Ted Benner, he leverages high interest cash value insurance plan as his retirement. Look it up. You love Google. No, we cannot state Google in research, but a lot of us, you go to Google, but Google will give you that. Go on YouTube. If you don't like Google, go to YouTube and look up Ted Benner, a whole interview on why the 401k was created. It was not, because have you thought about it? What guarantee you have on your 401k? When you do take that retirement, is it going to be enough to sustain your life? No, there are alternatives. So get in the know. Take the information that has been shared. Do your research, not Google. Reach out to me. If there's anything that doesn't make sense to you, say, Daniella, okay, give me the backup. Give me the information, that the proof, right? Give me the proof that, okay, what you say is correct. I will send you to the sites. I will send you to the government site that shows you the average American right now, $85,000. That's what we have in savings, in retirement savings. $85,000. How far that's going to get you after you pay the taxes? $85,000, that's before taxes. Yes, we're deferring paying taxes, not knowing what it's going to cost us. Ask yourself, are taxes going up, going down? You do the math. 85,000. A lot of people say, oh, I'm not going to have a mortgage, I'm going to have kids. The income tax is not affected by what's coming in, what deductions you have. The tax rate is the tax rate. At one point in America, the income tax rate was at 94. So if you have $85,000 in retirement savings and you have to pay 30, 40, 50% interest, how far that's going to get you? You can get a plan that guarantees you not to lose your money when the market crashes, when whoever gets into the White House, the right, the left, doesn't agree with them, pulling their money out in the market, your retirement plan goes down. What do you have to protect? So get in the know. You do have alternatives that you can put life insurance as a safety around your money, your health. If you get sick, you cannot work. Will you be part of statistics that falls into bankruptcy? The number one reason for bankruptcy in America is medical bills. So, what plans do you have in place that's going to help you not fall through the crack, not become another statistic? Again, legacy. The elites, they are planning for 3-4 generations. Us, our kids have nothing in place, go to college, get into a lot of debt. It is time that we tap into the financial resources that are available. It is available to you. You can start where you are. It doesn't have to be big. Start where you are. Put a plan in place. Budget, budget, budget. So that's the foundation of your financial freedom. Because if you don't get a handle on your finances, guess what? You will not be able to leave a legacy. Having the right insurance plan in place. Having a plan. So today, the message is, what kind of plan do you have? What kind of safety belt do you have around your finances that ensures when things happen, when life happens, that you protect, not only provide, we are all great providers, but are you a great protector? Protect your income, protect your family. And one of the easiest way of doing that is through life insurance. That is the right life insurance with the right company. My name is Daniella Noel. I am a licensed financial professional. Again, the first 10 people who reach out to me on Facebook, I will send you a free PDF fillable budget sheet. That's the first step into attaining financial freedom. Financial literacy starts with that. Get in the know. Have a relationship with your money, not just having somebody else handle it for you, right? By swiping. Get to know your money. Have a relationship, because your money loves you. Your money wants you to use it, but you want to be able to keep it around. It shows that in other communities, the money, before it goes to somebody else, it goes among them 17 times. But in our black and brown, maybe 3 times, sometimes 1. It comes in, it goes out. So we need to put a plan in place. Hey, the Chinese, the Jewish are able to keep their money within their community. Again, let's not be selfish. Let's apply the information that is being used. Reach out to me, get the budget sheet so that you can start your financial freedom. Better days are ahead of you, but it starts with a plan. So reach out to me so that we can get you going. We can get you in a place, get you into a right relationship with your money, so that when you come here, when you live here, you will not be forgotten. Come, leave your footprint, leave a legacy, but it starts with knowledge. And this is what we come here to do, that share information that the elites have been leveraging for years, right? Life insurance, cash value life insurance is nothing new. It's been around since 1913. It got upgraded in 1997, right? And of course, we've only been sold death insurance, which only pays 2% of the time. Didn't come from me, comes from Moody, from those who survey how often life insurance pay out. Most of us with the term are outliving those policies. And the 2% of times that term insurance pay out, usually accidental. Crash, car crash, gunshot wounds. Again, if you don't believe me, go ahead, do your research. Term insurance only pay out 2% of the time, which is why it's very deceiving. It is not true insurance, because, and even if you don't die before it terms, when you go back to renew it at 15, 20, 25 years, 30 years, guess what? Your health rating is not the same. Because your insurance premium is based on how healthy you are. Yeah. Do you have diabetes? Do you have high blood pressure? Do you carry a little extra weight? A lot of us do. But all of that affect your rating. So even if you are still alive at the end of the term, right, you cannot get it, because they're going to jack it up like 3-4 times what you used to pay. And I am a living proof of it, right, through my stepmom. She had term. She was paying $40. When the term ended, they sent her a notice saying that, oh yes, you used to pay $40, but right now your bill's going to be $300. At 72, who has $300 to pay for an insurance? They were going to reduce it, and they're not going to give you 30 years because they know you're going to die. The insurance, it's a business, right? They're not going to give you another 30 years, maybe 10 years. What happens if you don't die within that 10 years? Because, we are living much longer, right? So get in the know. If you have a plan, you don't know how it works, get with me. I do free audits. Everything that I do for my clients is complimentary. I never charge my clients. We'll give you a free audit to make sure that the plan that you have is good for you, right? Things happen, things change, your situation change. Is it doing the same thing that it's supposed to do? You know, is it gonna carry you through? If you have 2, 3 kids since you bought your insurance, is it going to be enough to leave behind for your kids to pay? If you have a mortgage, is it enough to pay for a mortgage? The other thing I want to bring to your attention, okay, insurance is supposed to cover your debts. So if you have a $500,000 home, why you have $100,000 insurance? If you have $200,000 debt, whether it's student loans, mortgage, car, guess what, guys? Your debts, they don't go away when you pass. That goes to your estate. You may say, oh, I don't have real estate, or I don't have an estate. We all have an estate. Your unpaid bills is your estate, because guess what? The government wants your debtors to be paid before your family gets whatever you have. What do you have to protect that? Do you have a will? Do you have a trust? Because guess what? If you have a will, if you have a simple will, it can be contested. You may say, how is that? The will still has to go through probate. If you don't know what probate is, it is a gruesome process that you do not want your family to go through after your passing. When you pass, the government, the system, all of your assets, your bank account, depends on how they are set up, whether you are married or not, get frozen. Your retirement may get frozen. And the government ensures your debtors, your collectors are paid first. Whatever is left is for your family. And guess what? There's a hefty price to pay when you go to probate. Example, Chadwick, Black Panther, look him up. What happened to his estate? His family lost 1/3 of his estate because he didn't have a will, didn't have a trust in place that dictates who are his beneficiaries and how his assets have to be distributed, how to be allocated to his family. You worked hard for your money, protected by having a trust that dictates how your estate is to be handled. I can help you with that. I'm not an attorney. I don't do it for you, but I have the resources that I can help you. I can connect you with an attorney that will give you a free consultation to see what's the right plan for you. You know, do you need a full trust? Do you need a detailed trust? You need a simple trust. If you have a will, it still has to go to probate. Let's say that you have a will, again, it needs to be updated. You may have been married and you got divorced and your ex-husband is still on your will. Guess what? Your assets, your wealth is gonna go to whoever is on the will. If your kids say, no, didn't leave it for my dad, they're gonna go to court. And the average time for probate is 3 to 5 years. So imagine you have bank account frozen, your family has to wait 3 to 5 years to have access to your cash. You have a home, cannot be sold. You cannot sell your house if you don't have the right documentation, the right people listed on your deed to sell your house. Again, if you're advancing in age, you need to have that trust. If you have a house, protect it, because you may need Medicaid if if all of your assets are on your name and you are advancing age, you don't have a long-term care in place, and you need Medicaid. Guess what? You will not be able to get Medicaid if you have a house on your name. The state going to require you to sell it, spend down, and most states require for you to have no more than $2,000. But by having a trust, by removing that house on your name, right, you don't have ownership to it. It doesn't count against you. Guess what? The informed, the elite, they own nothing. But guess what? They govern everything. They have everything protected. They have no ownership. you too can do that. You don't have to wait. You think that you have to have $1 million, $2 million. No, if you have $100,000, you have a home, mortgage free, protected. You're advancing in age, take it off your name. Do a quick deed. Take it off your name, put it on your kids, put it in your trust, so that you can be qualified for the right services when you need it. So again, this is all financial literacy. Some people don't know that when they die, their assets get frozen. Their bank account. I have multiple clients that I'm sitting down with that their spouses pass away and they cannot access bank statements. They cannot access bank accounts, but because they have insurance, they're able to get that money right away. So again, when you have insurance, you designate your beneficiaries. It goes to your family tax free right away. Your 401k has to go to probate. Your bank account has to go to probate unless you had your bank accounts in a trust, because it's not on your name. It's ABC Trust. And please, when you are creating a trust, right? So a trust doesn't only protect you when you pass, but can protect you against frivolous lawsuits. But if you name it Daniella Noel's Trust, duh, a quick search, right? So when you have a trust, you basically put barriers around your assets. So we're wrapping up. Put those things in place. A trust, again, I can help you. I can provide you with the resources free of charge. You'll just pay for your trust if you decide to go with my attorneys. I really hope that I did bring you guys I brought you some value. I hope that you guys will apply it, right? Because knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is more powerful. So I know you out there, you're listening. Again, have a plan in place. Don't just come here, work, and then you're gone. Nothing is left for your family, or leaving them a lot of debt. So you need to ask yourself, am I gonna be a will or a bill to my family? Will they have to do GoFundMe for you? You too, regardless where you at, start where you at. Whether you're doing minimum wage, live within your means. Have a plan in place. Have a budget. Savings. Get rid of your debt. Invest. Protect your family. Life insurance is one of the easiest ways to build wealth. Actually, life insurance is the only way you get to print money in America. So get yourself protected, not only when you pass, but while you're still living, because life happens in America. The food we're eating, the water we're drinking is killing us. I'm sorry, guys. So, hey, have something in place so that your life doesn't become too chaotic when, a sickness happens. My name is Daniella Noel. I am a licensed financial professional. I can work with anyone in any state, all 50 states. I'm able to help, including Canada and Puerto Rico. If you are listening in Canada and the information resonates with you, you want to get more information, reach out to me, reach out to Westner, so that we can give you the information. We never charge our clients. I'm here for you. Again, contact me for that free budget, fillable budget, so that you too can start your journey into financial freedom. So this is all I had. That's all I have for you guys. I did bring you value, but go apply. Go review your will. If you have insurance, is it a term? How many more years you have? I always say, so you get a 30-year insurance. So you basically saying, okay, God, I want to die within 30 years. A lot of times we're praying for long life, but we have a term insurance. So which one you want God to answer? Long life or die within 30 years? Let's review what you have to make sure that your assets are protected through wills and trust, and not be a bill to your family. Be a will. Let's say no to GoFundMe. Daniella, directly from Port Charlotte with Westner, here providing you financial information that can elevate, empower you for a better future. Thank you. That's it. Bye-bye. Till next week.